Live, here it is.
Hey!
Boom. Wow. That's a good way to start. Let's just start that way now.
Hey! Hey, everybody!
Do you like Chase? Okay. And, yeah, we're good. The live event will begin in a few moments.
All right.
We're good?
Yes, I think we're good.
Heard that before.
No, we really are good this time.
The boy who cried, yes, the podcast is going. Yes, we get it.
All right,
Okay.
so I want to start over again.
Hey, whatever.
We're going to start over. We're live at Fisher's
I owe
Chatham.
you a shot, Rob. Since this guy can't drink, we got to do double.
Yeah, right.
So,
Yes.
I think they have shots that are actually that flavored
Non-alcoholic?
like fruit snacks.
dude, actually, Annalise drinks it. She drinks one which is literally called like baby Tylenol. It's weird. But then again, it's my wife. So, I mean, we could do that for you. He's not going to say anything. No. Hey.
Anyway, we're live at Fisher's Chatham.
Again.
We're take two. It's gonna be
damn messy ball. I
Yeah.
bought the messy
It
ball,
is.
and it's ruining our podcast.
But we're live at Chatham and Fisher's. It's going to be a little noisy in the background because Game 5 of the Pacers Wizards game is going on right now, and Indiana is up by 3.
Yes.
Just for you guys for an update,
Thanks.
because you're
Thanks.
not. Yeah, you're more than welcome to look around a couple of times.
Yeah, dude.
Of course,
Listen,
episode 5.
Mine too. That's great.
Yeah, mine too. Anyway, episode 5 of the Brickyard Battalion, presented by the Permanent Relegation Podcast. There's some games here at Fisher's Chatham.
This is like deja vu. Do you guys feel like we just went through a time warp?
Yeah.
This is weird.
You know what? We're back up. We're up and good now.
So, anyways, always here at Fisher's Chatham.
Yes.
At Fisher's Chatham Tap. Got it. Here we are at _BYB. We don't really want to make this seem, but I feel like we've done this before, so we're going to roll right into
We have
this.
done it before. But
Okay,
we're
good.
just going to talk to the guests because we're on a time crunch.
We are. Well, no.
I'm going to tweet out that we're basically back up and running.
Okay, sounds good. So anyway, so our special guest tonight, we have obviously from Flat 12, a great partnership they're building with Indiana 11. Indiana 11.
Oh,
crap.
this is going to be one of those nights.
It's going to be amazing. Indy 11 here. We have Rob Caputo from Flat 12 and a guy, obviously a friend of the show, as you can find him as the Flat 12 Leota.
Yeah.
Flat 12 Leota.
Yeah.
Guy is kind of like Ray Liotta. You look at him and you go, man, if you just grow it out and just
I
slick
know.
it back, dude, let's do this. I started trying to, but I was like, I don't have the face to go with this.
You know what I'm really upset about?
But you do have the face for radio, so thank
Thank you.
Hey, I used to work in radio, so I would know.
Oh yeah.
Rob actually showed up without
That's
his
ugly. Thank you.
without his hat with the bottle
Opener,
opener
yeah.
on it.
I thought about it, but I didn't want to mess up all of this technology here. Yeah.
Right. That
Didn't
was
want
obviously
any,
working really
Yeah.
well.
Yeah,
It was, yeah.
Maybe it's because you weren't wearing the hat
Yeah.
is that we're having some
I
problems.
want to know who got the work bonus that allowed you guys to go live and everything and pay for the extra equipment.
Oh, that would be me.
Nice.
No, I'm just kidding. No, actually, the Brickyard Battalion was really, really good to us on this one because we wanted to kind of take it to a different level. On here, a different level that doesn't work. No,
Well-
I'm just kidding. No, it's completely.
Yeah, it's working now.
Right. Oh, hey, sorry. So anyways, so we obviously we have Rob from Flat 12. And also, so another friend of the show, but in a different way. Don't mean to rhyme. Chris Way. So Chris Way, the fruit snack assassin, over here. We're actually
Fruit stack assassin.
Oh, dude, I want that. Like, let's do it.
Wow.
Like, now entering the game, the fruit snack
We
assassin.
need to tell Rob. Hey, we gotta let Rob in on that joke because he's just kind of sitting over there like, does this guy really like fruit snacks or something?
So they had the Indy 11 Gala. So right before kickoff, they did their large ball out at the Indy Delara factory, and everybody kind of dressed up, did their thing. Well, we decided, you know what? Since we're going and we're just gonna, the kind of guys we are, we're gonna come with just random ass questions, just off the cuff, and make them answer stuff. So we basically hijacked all the players, took them over to the hallway to make them feel really uncomfortable, and asked them stuff. So Chris came on, and right off the bat, it's hilarious. We asked him right off the bat, number one, if you had to dispose of a dead body, how would you do it? And without hesitation, this guy goes, oh, I've already thought about that a lot. People making you mad, you got to take care of them. And so he said that, watching a lot of movies, that he would chop them up into little bits and feed them to a pig farm because they eat everything. And I went, which made me think back to Hannibal, which now Ray Liotta was in with his brain getting all eaten by Hannibal. Well, anyways, so, no, it's just funny when we kind of make this joke, but he was talking about the other thing was, what's one thing you will not share? Like everything. Like me, I'm like, it's Cheez-Its. Which, did you ever watch that video? Do you realize how bad Ursal made us feel? Like, you were like fruit snacks. And for me, I was like, he's like, my wife. I won't share that. And I was like, oh, shit, my wife's going to be really pissed off right now because I'm talking about Cheez-Its. And her soul's like, my wife, you can have food. I come from Turkey. We have lots of food, and we share it to everybody. But don't touch my wife. And I was like, oh, sorry, Annalise, this is bad.
Well,
so
we're in America and see, well.
yeah, so what had happened was, so he said fruit snacks. Don't touch his fruit snacks, or else basically you'll end up in a pig farm. So,
and then the best part about that, too, and of course you can watch it at our YouTube channel, youtube.com/permanent relegation, the whole video. A lot of times when we were mentioning the whole thing about Chris wanting to feed dead bodies to a pig, they're like, well, he was a teacher, so it's kind of expected.
I'm like,
that
yeah, we totally
that kind of
get
stuff.
that. Chris, well, yeah, he was a teacher. I'm like, how does being a teacher mean you're a serial killer? I don't know. Maybe you can help with that. Like, how does that work?
I don't know. Teachers, we have that dark side, you know? Work with kids all day. And
I would have the exact.
Wow. I think, well,
Rob's
actually,
messed up and
no, actually, I'm just thinking at a certain point, I'm like, thank God for the career change. Like, this worked out pretty well for me because I was this close
To going to jail forever.
murdering
So,
Exactly.
So,
Anyway, we're here. We're talking soccer. We're talking beer. Of course, we are enjoying the newest. This is the newest.
Yeah, this
correct?
is the Hinge Down, Hammer Down in Cairns.
tell us about
Yes,
this.
tell us a little bit about it.
You know, we actually worked with James Hinchcliffe, the zany Canadian. Once again, guys, careful when the can's done. Make sure it doesn't come up and hit you in the head. We saw that on this past weekend.
You know what?
He's injured.
Oh,
No,
you're
he is.
injured?
No.
Hinch is.
Oh, is he?
Hinch is injured.
Yeah, he took a piece of debris to the helmet. So anyway, we were working with James to develop a beer, and it's Golden Ale, kind of a little bit of a spoof on Molson Golden because he's Canadian. So we worked on this beer for we did 3 small batches. Finally kicked it out last summer. We did a big batch of it, and then recently moved that into our regular lineup and just canned it less than a week ago. So that's about as fresh as it gets right there. So.
How long has it been since you guys actually went to Kansas? Because you weren't originally in Kansas.
No.
So when did you move?
You know what? There's a couple of mobile canning companies that come out, basically come in, drop the equipment, and just fill off the tanks, and then they leave. And so it's allowed us to go that route. Now, having said that, there's a lot of approvals that have to go into the cans, and
Right.
you know, et cetera, et cetera. So just recently, I want to say we first started canning the IPA half cycle in probably the fourth quarter of last year.
I thought I saw it at the Colts game. Was the first time I saw it late, and that was November. And I was like, and then we started seeing it now. Indy 11 obviously carries it both on tap, but they carry it in can as well. So,
so this is the next iteration for us, and then we'll see what's going to be next. So.
Chris was wandering around. He's supposed to be warming up on the sideline. I saw him with it was like Edward 40 hands, but he had a half cycle, and he had a hi, my name is Amber on the other side, and he was just kind of rolling around. It was like, Chris,
They're in our Gatorade bottles.
they're in your Gatorade bottles. It's way less conspicuous.
Secrets of the Indy 11, right?
Right.
Secrets of the sideline secrets.
Chris, are you a beer guy?
Believe it or not, I'm not that much of a drinker, really.
You know what? You and Baba can just seriously. What's wrong with you two?
Really?
I mean, I'm not a big beer drinker where I can appreciate all the different kinds. I mean, if I do, it's just whatever's cold. And,
You will find out. Oh,
You're on the wrong show to not be drinking.
I know.
I'm just going to tell you, after the last time I was on here, yes, the end of the night gets interesting.
We have calmed down.
A little bit. Well, we kind of have
Because-
to.
yeah, because we're a little
different
sponsored
listenership, but I'm not PC, nor will I ever be. So the hell with that. Basically.
Oh, let me put a note in my phone on that. Not PC.
Quickly.
Let me just make a quick note.
Yeah.
Well, because
That's why
I'm
we
the
don't come back.
poster child for PC. So
You absolutely are. I was
am.
thinking when we were thinking if we were going to get a representative from Flat 12.
Yeah.
You know who was the best at dealing with family-oriented shows? Fucking Rob Caputo.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah. It's like, fuck yeah, bitches. I'm on that.
So we're gonna talk about everything from beer to soccer.
I want to get. We're already talking
ahead.
now. I'm
Go
going
for
right
it.
into it. Chris, I'm going right with you. So we are now, we're kind of we're at a good point where we've had 3 home games, had a couple away games, we're 5 in, and you get a little different perspective. You're there every day. You're feeling this. You're seeing this. I know how we feel as fans, and you have some fans who are going to say ridiculous things of, oh, we got to get a win and whatever. And you have some fans that understand that this is going to be a growing process. Again, you guys have really only been playing together for about 4 months at this point, max, right? So obviously a chemistry factor. You guys are just really tinkering. It's a tinkering process right now. So coming from your perspective, how has this been for you? I mean, obviously it's a different thing for you being on the team and feeling this.
I mean, personally, this is a great experience for me. It's obviously something different, just going through the whole process of trying out and being with the team in preseason and now to where we're at. It's been a lot. There's been ups, there's been downs, trials, tribulations, but
is this a song? You give me a 90s R&B song here?
I can keep going.
Okay.
But, a lot has happened and for the better of the team, and we're coming around. It'd be different if we were playing a bad brand of soccer out there, but I think when everyone comes out there, they're enjoying what they're seeing. We just end up on the unfortunate end. Our mistakes are a little more detrimental than the other team's mistakes. Hence, they're scoring goals, more goals than we are.
That first goal from last game was a little rough.
And then the immediate second goal, that was a little more rough.
It's because Chris Way is not in the game, I believe.
I really want to throw out just a quick plug. I would love to see Chris Way with some PT. I want to see Chris Way in the game. All I'm just saying is, you see this guy out there, if you announce him as the fruit snack assassin and he runs out, I just feel like he just
sold out
it.
game, tickets sold out, apparel, merchandise.
That's
sold
why,
out, right?
Right? We come up with a whole new shirt. Indy 11's own fruit snack assassin. Done.
Hey, I'm gonna get
a flat 12 logo on the back.
Yeah. Well, and BYB needs some funding to help keep this thing going. So why not?
Oh, all right.
Oh yeah, the tie-in.
Here we go. Assassin.
I'm gonna get an Indy 11
My
jersey, because you can get the Indy 11 jersey. Can't you get a custom name on the back?
Fruit snack assassin.
Why don't you?
Assassin.
I want it.
Why don't you guys get a chant going with this?
Chris Way already has a chant.
No, but not involving the fruit snack assassin.
Oh, that's very true.
I don't want like a Rudy chant, like Way, and then all of a sudden coach looks up, he's like, get it.
He's like, Chris, get in there now.
You're in.
Right.
And then you run out with your finger pointing up.
And then later on, Joe Montana comes out and says, really, that whole story's bullshit, but whatever. We're not talking about it because we're going to leave Rudy alone. So anyways. Okay.
No, but we're 5 games in. It's a long season, so, my time will come. We're playing good soccer out there, just unfortunate in terms of getting the results. And so, it's not early enough yet, I guess, for Coach to really change things up. The guys that are going out there, they're competing, they're working hard. I see it every day at practice, so I can attest to that. So
there's no doubt there's no energy, right? There's no doubt there's no energy. That there's not energy being played. That's one thing I brought up, is that you guys go. There's not just kind of just hanging around, chilling out. It's like, oh, we're going to take some time off here. No, you guys are going the full 90. It's just, you could just tell that there's guy by guy starting to learn. This guy makes this run here. This guy kind of floats back here. If you could tell me, what was the formation last week? Because I noticed Kleberson was back more in like a defensive mid instead of like a CAM, instead of attacking mid, which was weird because I see him back there and I'm going, why is he so far back? Like, what was the formation you guys were playing? I couldn't figure it out. You guys were all over.
Basically, it's almost similar to what we've been playing before, except, we had Brad obviously at the right back.
Right.
And Kleberson was holding a little more. And the idea is to kind of...
a 3? What is it, 3, 4?
No, we had 4 in the back.
We had 4 back. Okay, so 4-3.
Brad moved to right back.
Okay.
And Kleberson basically played in Brad's position. And the idea is to kind of get a player like him who, likes to facilitate, to get, start the attack a little earlier, have a little bit more space.
Okay.
The higher up the field he gets, the more congested it is. So
that
was kind of the idea about it. Having Brad back there as a safety net from a defensive aspect. And so Kleberson's not going to make the same kind of tackles and stuff that Brad does, but he's going to bring a level of attack starting right there. So what we lose there, we gain something. So it was the first time, and I think it was fine. So it had nothing to do with the result of the game.
No, not at all. It was just interesting to see that, and I was like, the way you guys were fluctuating. Alex and I were sitting there, we were talking, and we're like, what do you think they're playing? What do you think their actual formation is right now? Because it looked like kind of a normal, but the way you guys are kind of float. You guys definitely
we let Kleberson obviously play that holding mid position.
Right.
Then we pushed Dylan a little more into the attack as that pinpoint guy, and Walter and AJ were out wide, but they were pinching a little more. And then you had Pedro and Mike up top, and with Mike more of the target, Pedro and Dylan kind of interchanging. And the good thing about our team and our formation, the guys, we're still learning, how to play off each other, and guys interchanging. It's not like, oh, Walter, you're on the left side, you have to stay there. People are making runs, and the thing people don't understand, it's we're 5 games in, and we've been training really for a month and a half, together.
All
as a
together.
full team,
Yeah, because even right before the games, you guys were still announcing new players.
Still signing players, it really does take a long time. I mean, you could take all the most talented players in the league, put them on one team, but it doesn't mean you're going to get the results because players have to learn to play with each other. We're still learning everybody's tendencies, what works, what doesn't work. So, it really is a process, If I were an outsider, it'd be easy to be like, man, what's going on here, Come on.
Right. And that's what Rakestraw asked me on Saturday when I went on Soccer Saturday. He goes, from your fan perspective, what do you think? And my response was simply, I think you see exactly what you were going to see, which is a young team that hasn't played a lot together. They're trying to find kind of who they are, the identity of what the team is, how it runs, who they run through, kind of the facilitating. And then, you had a couple good home games, which really kind of got you ramped up. But when you have a young team that hasn't played together and you go on the road and you go back-to-back, man, that's a totally different atmosphere. Granted, Minnesota had like 22 people in the crowd, so, that wasn't that big of an effect. So wait.
That's one of the things I wanted to even talk about.
Let me finish there, though. And I know you're really good at that. This dude's just so quick. That's one of the things. Goodbye, sir.
Well, you do realize that your earlier tactical discussion, the Ottawa, they were like, God, thank God for this podcast. And we just figured out their attack. This is awesome.
Well, it's all over the internet. Everybody has their recaps of the game.
Right.
Yeah, but you were moving your fingers on the table so they could actually see it tactically. They're like, hey, this dude.
Then we're here. They're all middle fingers.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Ottawa, you see that?
So the point being is I was like, you're going to see this continue to get better. And I think when Jurgen came on the show, even he said he didn't think he would see anything till what week 6, week 7, something like that, where he'd really start to see some clicking going on. So I guess we'll see this week as we go in. What do you expect to take out of the game now? So you've had some bad losses.
Yeah.
You kind of go in. You had some great comeback. You were able to gather a tie. What do you see coming out during this week?
It's a home game.
Besides playing time, you got it.
Right.
This way.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I expect us to come out and compete like we always have. When you're playing in front of your home crowd, you want to put on a good brand of soccer, and you obviously want to get a win. And obviously, we're going out there and we're trying to win. We're putting in all our effort. Again, we've just been on the wrong side of the result, but we'll make word practice. We'll make a few changes and work on a few tactical things. And the game is kind of our test. We go out there, we see what's working, what's not working, and but I expect us to come out with a different brand this weekend and positive result.
There you go. So now,
yes.
Yeah,
what I was
wanting to ask.
I've got a 4-part question.
Right.
No. It's the crowd differential. Like when you guys went away, is it that shock where you're like, okay, I just played in front of a combined 22,000 people in my first 2 games, just as a team as a whole, and then you go away and you're just like 3,000 people, 2,000 people.
The crowd makes a difference. It does. When you come to our home stadium, every team has said it too. Like playing in front of our crowd. I think sometimes it's, it pumps up the other team being able to play like in front of a big crowd.
Yeah, I wonder.
And it pumps us up as well too. And I think a lot of teams they don't have that kind of big fan support. You think 3,000 is a lot, but when you're playing in a big stadium, it's like everyone's sprinkled around. When you're playing in a stadium that holds the maximum capacity and it's filled to capacity, it makes a difference. It gets everyone on the field pumped up, whether you're the visiting team or the home team. So it makes a difference.
And obviously with Rob being here, you guys are the official beer of the Indy 11.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to get into.
Can I give you water because you said you have to sober up?
Huh? No, I'm getting water.
Well, he's been talking so much he needed to wet his whistle.
It's also really hot in here right now.
That's just because you're a giant 6'4" Swiss dude who just fucking runs at 99 degrees.
Yes, I'm a furnace.
Yeah.
But I guess I want to talk a little bit about how that partnership came about, because when we had if I had Peter on, we were talking about, okay, you have all these local beers around the city, and it keeps growing and growing and growing. I think it was going to be like 26 or something breweries at the end of the year.
26 this year.
Yeah, that's what I said at the end of the year.
Oh, yeah.
There's going to be 26 breweries, so you have all this different competition. How did it come about to being that sponsor, and how did you guys get approached to that, and what went into your thinking of actually sponsoring these guys?
I think a lot of it is
6 questions, Rob.
Yes.
So start with
yeah.
number 1.
Okay. I'll work my way through there. It's interesting because I think there were a lot of local breweries that were looking at this. At the end of the day, we obviously did the original event at the brewery and try to be supportive on the front end of this. Then over time, it's just what does that look like financially and what So there's a lot of factors in there. Distribution, our commitment to not only the team but subsequently the battalion. So there were just a lot of factors that went into that. Specifically, I really can't pinpoint any one thing. I'm sure money was a big part of that. I'm just gonna throw that out there. But yeah, exactly. Enough to buy a new camera. Huh?
That wasn't us.
Hell yeah.
If that's our one claim here is that, hey,
Dude,
we got a camera.
Actually, it's freaking awesome. I love it. And I love the way it's perched on the light up there because it's so professional looking.
It's on the edge of a sconce.
Yeah, it's nice.
I like, it's like when you go on an actual show, like you go to SL, hey, did you know that over here they have this like rigged up in a weird way? You don't have to give them the behind the
sorry.
scenes. That's okay.
I just want to say that 1070 The Fan didn't have a camera.
They didn't have a camera.
Nope.
Well, they did, but you just don't know where it was at.
Oh, that's true.
Rick Straw had it in his hat.
It's actually
underneath the table.
it's under the table.
But, I mean,
You're like, what are you doing with your hands? It's like, what are you doing with your hands down there?
And
it's like,
oh man.
you guys are, but like the nice thing too is that you guys are very prominent on the broadcast because you've got the two edges on both sides for the banners.
Unfortunately, I have not been out to a game. Every time there's been a home game, I've had an event like out of town or something.
So you will be there this Saturday?
No, actually, I'm in Crown Point for a beer festival. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
The region, 219.
Yeah.
Region.
Hey, so you and Stephen Bonner, that's cool.
Yeah.
Great.
So that's and sadly enough, it's something that I would like to get out to. But we are trying to be very, very prominent as far as having our folks out there ahead of the time for the tailgates and trying to be actively involved with that. Yeah. Bob's been out. I think Valerie's been out. So, we've tried to be supportive. I know we sat down with Josh last week to look at what the next level of that looks like for Brickyard Battalion. So, there's a lot of things kind of going on behind the scenes. And thankfully he works for Southern, so I was able to swap some beer for some booze.
Yeah, there you go.
So there's that on the beach.
Works.
Yeah, on the beach in Mexico, I can barter for this. So there's a little of that shit going on. But it's we're trying to keep that relationship and build that relationship and grow that relationship not only with Indy 11 but also with Brickyard Battalion. And encourage people to understand that this isn't just something where we just randomly show up on a Saturday night and we're there and then there's nothing going on behind the scenes. So, it is something we're going to continue to build upon. We've got an opportunity here with the kind of protracted season because of the World Cup to actually do some build in between there. Yeah. So look for some things in that second half of the season that should, elevate this relationship both with the team and with Brickyard Battalion.
What do you guys have going on with World Cup?
You know what? That's a good question.
I mean, you say protracted season, and I go, well, I know Indy 11's not protracted. They're playing all the way through June, so right to the end there. So
no, that's what I'm saying. Though you're gonna have that nice break. You're gonna have that gap that we're gonna be able to play around with. Yeah. And interestingly enough, we did talk about World Cup a couple of months ago. Really needed to talk about it today, but didn't get to it because we were all kind of going a different direction. But I'm guessing.
I'm ideas.
Let's close it right now for you.
Well, I'm guessing. I'm guessing we're probably going to be doing something with the games here. We've just got to kind of nail that down. Obviously, the oddball game that we're not open is that Monday, but we've talked about opening up that day. So we'll see what that looks like here probably next week when we get a chance to sit down because I have not been able to watch a lot of football, so it'd be nice for me to actually be able to nestle in on a Monday and not have to worry about being out of. Well, I mean, as much as I'd love to watch it when I'm driving to and from a beer festival, and spending an afternoon pouring beer for people in 2-ounce samples, only to watch them get so messed up and unbelievably messed up on 2-ounce samples. Because I know when I'm done with a festival, I just want a full effing beer. I've drank so many 1- and 2-ounce samples that, so. Just having the opportunity for me to not be traveling or not doing a festival or an event or whatever would be nice to actually just sit down and relax and go, all right, I get to watch TV.
See, this guy was smart here. I went ahead and requested every single day. So I'm in a fortunate position where U.S. is playing the exact same day as Portugal is. So I've been a Portugal fan. That's weird, I know. But it started with the Luis Figo things, right? So they're playing the exact same because they're in the same group. So they play the exact same day throughout the group stages. So I'm like, Let's just go ahead and trip those off. So, if you guys are doing something, I want to know.
Yeah.
I'm completely free.
Okay.
I'm just looking who the hell's going to throw the best party because I'm coming down there and I'm acting like a fool. And
If I'm going to go watch a World Cup game, it's going to probably be at a brewery where the beer's just right there.
That's my point.
Yeah, and 14 or 15 taps worth. So.
Not enough.
Yeah. From the man who
doesn't drink.
Who doesn't drink, he's like, what do you mean you only got 15?
I need. If you have 30, I might have a beer.
Yeah.
But 15, that's just not.
I'm not going to find something I like.
Right. Did you have those fruit snacks?
And of course, I mean, when people are wanting to check any kind of updates, make sure to go to Flat 12 Beerworks at Flat 12 Beerworks.
Yeah, I believe so.
BIER.
WERKS.
Right.
WERKS.
The old school.
Welcome to WERKS.
Yes.
Sunday night. DJ.
Yes.
Yes.
Next, we're going to have a little bit of Morris Day in the Time.
Followed by some Christopher Cross.
Oh my. Wow.
All right.
Hello, ass. What did I find down here?
Finishing with some Sade.
Oh, there we
Wow.
go. Now we're talking.
Guys, we could.
Chris is like, all right.
So
All right, I can get behind that.
So you know what? So we're talking about World Cup. Let's dive into that real quick.
That's called
So-
a segue, folks.
Wow.
Until somebody goes, that's called a segue, and they just screw up the whole thing. No. So I do. No, sorry. Somebody's just yelling out something random. So World Cup wise, obviously you follow U.S. We never really got to talk about your club team first. So club team, who are you? Who's your club team?
Man United.
Yeah!
You, Joshua Mason, and Andy Baumgartner.
And Gabe.
How was this season? It was amazing.
That was the last 20 seasons.
Wow. Real Madrid, they're amazing. That's true. Dude, no, you know what? Andy's like, it's just been so bad. I'm like, dude, it's one season. Who cares?
This is the first Champions League final that there wasn't a Man United or Bayern since like 2008, I think.
When you're not used to losing, it's just
It's rough.
it's rough.
Yes. So you don't have to worry about losing anything because you have no European tournaments next year. So that's cool. So all you have to do is just not lose the BPL again. And that's all you have to do. You only have one thing to worry about. So I shouldn't hear that you guys are tired or any of your players. No, they really have nothing to do.
That obviously worked really well for Liverpool this season.
Oh, Suarez was a beast.
Oh, shots fired, shots fired.
Dude, I was actually, I told Rakestraw I was pulling for Liverpool. I was like, just because of the story there. I love that. And honestly, selfish reason, I want them to win and then Suarez dump out. Although I was like, no, it's not good for anybody. I'm going to be real honest. I don't care. I want Suarez to come to Real Madrid. That'd be amazing. Think about Bale, Ronaldo, and Suarez.
I'm a Real Madrid fan. But
Does Guijo know that? You know Guijo's
Yeah, I know
huge.
Guijo.
I don't know. I'm saying, do you know how big of a Real Madrid fan he is?
pretty big fan.
Just a little bit. So, all right. So
Fanatical.
So World Cup wise, have you looked at any? Did you see the release for the top 30 to make the USMNT yesterday?
Actually, I was reading an article about that. Yeah, and I saw it.
All right. So there's a couple things obviously for soccer. So I want to talk about defense wise right now at this point. So are you familiar? I'm not going to try to set you up if you're like, oh, we're moving forward USMNT on defenders. Is there anybody that you saw on that list that was a shock versus maybe somebody that should have made it?
Not so much because, our defense is usually always the question mark. Who's going to play here? Who's going to play there? But, it's just a matter of finding the right combination of guys. They just got to mix and match with it, and see what works out. They have a little bit of time.
All right, so what about Eddie Johnson not making the top 30? He's your guy who helped you get through the Gold Cup. He's your guy who's helped you in qualifications and doesn't make the squad. How do you feel about that?
Don't ask me. I ask him how he feels about that.
Wow.
I know, but you figured, yikes.
That sucks. That sucks.
That sucks. Hey, Eddie Johnson, that sucks, bro. Sorry.
Thanks, but
Yeah.
we got it from here.
Deuces.
Well, I think it gets tough. I think they were talking. The sneaking was going to be if Maurice Edu made it in. Wando, it's hard to not put him in. That guy is just kind of
goals.
right.
He's going to be that guy that you put him in that when at 75th, 80th minute, and he gets a goal.
Right.
That's what he does. You got to, even if it's lucky, you just got to take your chance with that.
I like it when you show a beer to the waiter and he starts looking at it. He's like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah.
So
Did you bring this in here?
shout out. Let's hold that up to the camera there, Andy. Let's just show it up to the camera. Get it up there. It's the newest Flat 12. Newest Flat 12. Yeah. It's the first he's seen it, but now
That's
he's seen
good.
it, so now
Well,
he'll
they
tell
probably,
everybody.
They probably just got it yesterday or today. Or something.
know
when's your delivery? Because we just sent this out, so
Okay.
not surprising.
All right.
So moving on.
Whenever it shows up.
So Eddie Johnson, Wando, right, and obviously Jose Altidore. He's had a great club season. I mean, for a good club season. And Jose Altidore, he went on a tear for a while where he was scoring goals. So I don't know. I guess you make it what it is. I mean, it's tough. I think the midfield is the toughest part. You have so much talent in there,
and so many guys that have played well at different moments. I feel like that's been the consistent thing in the U.S. Like just the different mixture of people they put in the midfield, and I mean, you really can't go wrong. It's just a matter of I think with them, it's just coach going to put out a lineup, and you just got to keep your spot. He knows that if somebody messes up, he's got other guys that can step in too.
Who's the best player on the U.S. team?
The best player.
The best player on the U.S. team.
Go with Dempsey.
Best or most consistent?
Yeah, I mean that's it. I think the best
All
player.
right, it's a nice dude. Jump in this anytime you want to.
I'm just saying that. I mean, there's a difference between, and you kind of touched on it. There's that streaky quality to goal scoring or whatever. So you almost need to break it down. Who's
the best player is our goalie.
Yeah, I mean, in theory.
In theory. We got to talk about our best player.
Nick Raimondo? Yeah. No. Oh, no, you mean. Sorry. Tim Howard. Yes, absolutely. Right. Well, okay.
Okay.
Some would say, honestly, Michael Bradley is.
Yeah.
Because of how consistent.
When I tell you what, when Bradley's not in there, they're not as good when he's not in there.
Agreed.
I mean, he's kind of the glue, and he's not the flashiest guy. He's not the but he is that guy that makes everybody else more cohesive. I mean, he's just a guy that keeps everybody sticks to.
And he
makes
the other team.
Yeah, he does.
He's that guy that just kind of gets in there.
Yeah.
And
Back
he
to Indy 11.
Yeah.
It's like a Brad Ring quality.
kind
Shout out to Brad
yeah.
Ring, but he's kind of Michael Bradley, I guess, kind of the middle. Like, I mean, Brad's like a super nice dude. But like when you get a tackle with him, you're like,
God, yeah. What's really weird too is for as little as Kyle Hyland did, it's amazing that guy just. I don't care how big this forward or this midfield is. I'm just going right into him, and I have to sacrifice my body, and I'm just going into it.
He's got little man syndrome. He's a feisty dude. He doesn't care. He doesn't care who you are.
Well, and that's kind of the same deal with Amherst League. Same deal. It's not the biggest dude, and you kind of get him. Like you see him posting up. So the first goal he scored.
Mike's deceptively strong.
Yeah, the first goal he scored, I'm like, he basically posted him up, and I was like, dude, this is like a Wayne Rooney type move.
I don't know if you'll appreciate me saying he's got old man strength. Like
Wow.
he's not old, but like.
Yeah,
As
there's
you
a
get older, you just get like different kind of strength, and now he's a
learn your
dad
body.
too.
Oh.
So
Really? Okay.
they've got old man strength. That's what it is.
All right. He pushing himself around in a wheelchair to build that upper body up.
There you go. All right. So, are there any other teams you're excited to watch throughout the World Cup here?
Nigeria.
Oh yeah. Okay. So, you want to name me out some really like players that you look forward to?
My parents are from Nigeria,
Right.
so that's where we're originally from. So,
Right.
I mean, obviously, my dad's gonna be calling me like every moment that he can, And the Nigerian team, it's like, with that team that we just like randomly get players here, get players there, leave players there. There's a while that players didn't want to play for Nigeria.
Yeah.
But
who's better at this point, Ghana or Nigeria? I can tell you who plays the U.S. better, and that's Ghana.
Yeah.
They've got our number.
I think you ask most people, they're gonna say Ghana. They're the most consistent. They know the guys that they have in. They know it's never going to be a guessing game who's going to be in their pool of players. So, Black Stars are good.
Black Star was good. I'm a huge fan of Most Def and Talib Kweli. I really like that.
Oh, nice.
Dude, mental, I'm telling you.
So anyways, we have a question from online, by the way, for Chris.
Do it for Chris. Uh-oh.
So somebody was interested about, and I know you probably taled about this ad
Beautiful
nauseum.
smile.
Well, that. I mean, it's
Engaging
infectious.
personality.
Yeah. But they're interested in basically, going from the classroom to the field. What kind of support? What kind of support you got from the?
It was
Yeah.
Everybody does it.
First off, you have to listen to the question and then answer the actual appropriate question.
But they're wanting to know the the support, the memories that you had, and I know that you've had some visits back where you're kind of getting that support from your old classmates, or your not classmates, but your students. That's the word I'm looking for, students.
Wow.
The support was great. I mean,
Where did you teach, for those that don't know?
5th grade. Taught 5th grade.
But where?
Garden City Elementary, Wayne Township.
Wayne
So we feed
Township.
into Ben Davis High School.
Okay.
Yeah. So the support was good. It was great, actually, and I mean it was cool because the last week in school, you had the TV crews coming in, newspaper reporters, so the kids were loving the limelight, and I think it was good for the kids to see that to always chase your dream and that you can go with your plan. Your plan A can come later on in life; it may not come right away, and the importance of education and just being a role model it was a good example to set. And the support was great. So
you mean sports don't last forever, and it's good to have an education to back
they do.
that?
So long as they have video games, they do.
Ooh, a FIFA player?
I mean, not
I hear
avid
players
FIFA
who-
player, but if you just give me like a week, I get after it. Like I was playing. Like I'm not a big, PlayStation, Xbox player, but today I was hanging out with the guys and with Fajiro and Jaime, and we're playing some NBA 2K14, and they play all the time. I don't. They got lucky. They got lucky. That's all I'm gonna leave it at.
I don't drink beer. I don't play FIFA.
Don't play video games in general.
Don't play video games.
Ain't nobody
It's
got
like
time
you.
for that.
It's like I was gonna say. It's like you play soccer for real, professionally. oh, that's right.
I mean, I stay pretty busy. I mean, most of the guys, like, when we're done with practice, they just go back and, some have families and some play video games, some hang out, whatever. But after I'm done, hang out for a little bit. A nice guy, usually do some work for my mother-in-law, cut the grass, that kind of stuff. And then I coach. So every day, about like 4 o'clock, I'm doing some individual training or I'm coaching my team.
Wait a minute,
So
your mother-in-law.
soon to be mother-in-law. Soon to be mother-in-law.
Okay, I was going to say, let's see the ring here. I'm going,
Right.
sorry, ladies.
He's at a bar.
Yeah.
He
Come
took-
Chatham Tap. Oh,
Bang.
Well, you were going to be getting married.
Right.
Really,
Oh, yeah, and then every day I have like a honey to-do list.
a
like,
honey-do list?
So she thinks like, you don't do anything all day. I go to practice, I work out. She's like, well, you have a lot of time. I really don't. So, it's like, wake up, make
You're ready for
bed,
marriage.
And
do the laundry.
encouraging, very
Right?
encouraging.
Just
Things are moving along well.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. It's good this is happening now.
right? July 12th.
Oh, is that when you get married? Okay, so you are.
Yeah,
That's
we
what I was
have a
about to
game
ask.
that day. Sweet. I won't be there. So, it's in
Wow.
Carolina.
Oh,
Yeah.
Horrible scheduling.
Yeah.
So,
You know what, actually?
Well, okay, what if you're
hold on. No. Let this go because he's about to get himself in trouble.
No, actually, when I first got signed, I said, Peter, I was like, I'm getting married July 12th. We have to say, he's like, oh, the second part of the season's not going to start till July 19th, so you'll be fine. And then right away, that second part of the season, the schedule came out for the second part, and it was July 12th. And I mean, of course, they gave me my blessing and said, you're good to go, and don't worry about it. But it almost worked out. And I mean, I didn't even try to take that argument with her.
Here's
so
a question, loaded question that's going to get him in trouble.
load it.
Coach comes up to you week before the 12th.
We need you to start.
Says, "You're starting.
You have to.
You got to start. We need you."
You have exactly
What
what we need.
do you do?
Well, obviously he gets married.
Well, pick up the phone, call my fiance Lindsay. I'm like, hey, babe.
Let's go to Carolina.
Jurgen wants to talk to you real quick. And I run.
And I run. You let Jurgen
Right.
break the news.
Yep.
Let Peter do it. Pretty soon.
Peter's a smooth talker.
Yeah, pretty
He
soon she'd be like, okay.
She's a big fan of Peter.
So let me tell you a story. So there's a courthouse down in Spencer, Indiana, and there's a story about this. So there was a couple that wanted to get married at this courthouse in 1872. And he would go into this story and she'd be like, "What?
Have you met Peter yet?
You met Peter Will?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
I
Right.
believe so.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't forget it.
He will name you every courthouse, everything."
There's a difference between meeting and having a conversation.
Okay.
Yes.
Have you heard of a Schlapps?
No.
Schlapps is a
I
Milwaukee's
don't know
black
that
and tan.
I don't know that you're going to ask a guy who actually makes
Yeah.
really good beer about
It's
Schlapps.
a Schlitz malt liquor and a Pabst Blue Ribbon mixed together in
Wow.
the same glass.
And it tastes like either of those beers individually because there's absolutely no effing difference between either one of those, right?
I'm drinking this flat
Yes.
12 right now.
Yes. And I do want to talk a little bit about Flat 12, obviously. I want to talk about some of the new stuff that you guys have going on right now in terms of like what your summer plans are, and then I'll let you answer that, and I'll answer my. I held myself back.
Yeah, because this time I only get one question at a time.
That was good.
It's worked. You called them out earlier, so we're good.
I gotta
Exactly.
ask another question.
You need to switch back to beer. That water's freaking
Dude,
killing you.
seriously, man, drink. Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to give you your normal
That's-
trivia.
that's
slap.
killing you.
All right. So
So what was the question?
What do you guys have going on this summer? What kind of new stuff do you got coming out? And then
All right.
I almost did it again.
All right. Well, much the same as the Hingetown Hammer Down. We've been working on some small batch stuff, trying to develop a beer that's gonna. Not sure what it's gonna be. It's either gonna be Indy 11 or Brickyard Battalion. So we've been working on this project where we've done a couple of small batches. Today we actually brewed the big batch of it. So you'll see this in a few weeks. Should be something that we'll be doing something with. It'll be the first. I'm not gonna.
Oh, you
Damn it,
son of a bitch!
I knew you wouldn't, but I just.
It's gonna have a little bit of hop in it.
Is it this color or is it darker?
It's a little bit darker, a little bit maltier. It's gonna have a little bit of hop in it. No, it's not. It's not a porter or a stout.
Yeah, dude, those
Yeah.
are great. Those,
Yeah,
Yeah, like this.
but for summer,
Yeah, oh, there you go.
but for summer, I don't think so. Not.
No, yeah, you don't want to have a stout
Wait.
this summer.
dude, wait, but for summer, not so much.
not
So
so
that's
much.
oh wait, there's
Oh,
SOMMER. Not for
Yeah,
summer,
again.
not so much
Why
right now.
would you do that? That's harsh,
oh my
man.
goodness.
Jeez.
Sorry, I had to. No, I'm just kidding. So, anyways, right? No.
So anyway, we today, like, we haven't even released these small batches. We just kind of played around with some different iterations of hops and some other ingredients. Today we brewed the big batch. I'm sure we'll get some feedback from Battalion. We'll do something, and then we'll come back and tweak that recipe if need be. If everybody thinks it's the shit, then
So
it
when
will
are,
be.
Chris and I
Counts
going
as
down
whatever
to
you call
Flat
official
12 and have some?
tasters.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Well,
Yeah.
Once again, hopefully we'll work with the Battalion, and we'll
Don't
have
tell us
we'll have a tasting party. So anyway, this will probably take a week or so to ferment out. Then we'll have to get it pulled over and get it kegged up, and we'll start from there. So
When they came to you for an idea for a beer, did you have a couple of things in mind already, or was it going to be one of those things like, let's just do it from scratch? Because I know that you guys do a lot of crazy stuff.
yeah. Well, and crazy's not going to sell. The beer with crawfish in it, the beer with squid ink in it, the beer with all the crazy shit that we throw into it.
the face. Yes.
So
Like
squid ink.
Dude, they
Yeah.
make a ton of like squid ink pasta.
Yeah,
Like right
yeah.
now, that's huge in the culinary.
Yeah.
world, squid ink.
Yeah, I'm an Italian guy, so we actually threw that in a Gosa, which is a salty kind of tart beer. Just did a small batch of that for a festival. So I actually
like it though.
it actually didn't turn out too bad, surprisingly. It's got a little fishiness to it, but
Oh.
you've heard of oyster stouts where you put an oyster in stout, so you get that little brininess to it. But anyway, we didn't want to go too weird, but we have kind of gotten a little bit outside of it. We've got some non-hop malt ingredients in this, so there will be a different
getting there.
flavor to
I'm
it.
getting
so.
there to try to put the pieces together to figure out what kind of beer it's
okay.
going to be.
By the way, you're dealing with a guy who's much smarter than both of us in this area.
This is a-
and is only going to give you just what he knows he's giving you.
Yeah.
He's just going to walk you wherever he wants to. Like,
Yeah,
this is
exactly.
great.
Like a lemming.
Yes. Just come over here. Andy.
Yeah,
It's
hey,
great.
yeah, look
Any
at this-
more questions?
Look at this clip. Yeah,
The
exactly.
best part of the show right now is that when Chris is talking about soccer, Rob's like, yeah. And then when Rob's talking about beer, Chris is like, yeah. They're both
Yeah,
they're
full
both
of-
learning so much right now about the other person's
No,
industry.
and this is the point of
is bringing
we
people
generally
together.
do segments, and we got talking about should you use segments. I said I never want to do fucking segments. I will not do segments because I want to pair two people that literally do opposite things and kind of see, because maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but sometimes you get it to.
Huh?
You don't play soccer?
No. Actually,
But you don't brew beer?
What?
No, actually, I'm from Michigan, so actually, I'm in a floor hockey league that will probably get rained out tomorrow. So, but
Floor hockey.
rooftop floor
Outside?
hockey in this fucking
Oh.
city.
Oh, I was like, how do you get rained
Wait,
out
wait.
of a
Okay, so
floor
we were
hockey
talking
game?
about we were talking about foot golf and all that. That's fine. Floor hockey. Where is this? Wait.
Well, it's basic. Yeah, it's basically street hockey. No rollerblades.
Okay.
Crazy enough, we did the Olympic hockey parties down at the brewery. 7 a.m. for the U.S. game or whatever the hell it was. And some local guys were in there, and they're like, "Yeah, you guys be interested in putting together a flat 12 team for this rooftop floor hockey league?" And I'm like, "Wait a minute, we're in the basketball racing capital of the entire world. Who the hell's got a outdoor like street hockey, floor hockey rink?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's on a roof." I'm like, "What the,
What
really?"
roof? Where are they playing?
It's right off of Washington and Rural, so no valuables in your vehicle.
Okay. East side.
But yes, it's actually on the backside of the community center there, on the 3rd floor of all things.
Wow.
And you get up there, and there's this sport court with 2 nets and walls around it is 3-on-3 with a goalie.
It's like
it's outdoor,
yeah,
and it's lit. It's we play outdoors. It's lit. They've actually got lights up over the top, and there's an outdoor scoreboard with a siren and
real
shit.
puck and everything.
Yeah, we're playing with a street.
Right?
We're playing with a street hockey ball.
Yeah.
So basically, it's a large plastic round brick.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I could show you the bruises on my legs. I play goalie, and it looks like somebody just took like a tire iron with a ball on the end of it and just beat the shit out of me.
Quick story.
So
Me and my friends from high school, we used to play
Here's the Wabash story.
Yes, there's the Wabash story. We used to play roller hockey in a parking lot of an elementary school. And me and my buddy had like this white Bronco, OJ Bronco.
Sweet.
And so we used those cars, so my Ford Escort, 89 Ford Escort, manual, no radio in it.
Awesome.
And
You were a chick magnet, right?
oh man,
Hell yeah.
just slaying it.
Big ass dude in the little Escort manual, like
Manual with no stereo.
Burnt
Hey,
out
I want to
the
get
clutch
romantic
like
tonight,
4
so I'm going to
times.
hum. I'm just going to hum.
Yeah, and that was like way before iPods and everything too. I'm gonna put my discband up on the dash with the Velcro so it doesn't skip.
Sweet. Hell yeah. But the back seat folded down. Thank God.
No, it didn't.
Wow,
but
you
anyway,
broke that feature?
No, it just didn't fold down.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, sorry. But anyway, so we sat and we actually played roller hockey, and it was probably about 10 of us, and we used the cars as goals, so there was no getting like under the ball to get it up. So both my car and his Escort just had all these little round dents in the side of it from that side.
that sounds like a Wabash story. This is great. This turned out exactly how I thought it was going to turn out.
Yeah, exactly.
I understand the bruises
Exactly.
and the welts.
And then we
on the
went
Hey, Mom,
and did it with a cow.
Yeah, Mom,
Right.
don't. Be great if you borrowed Mom's car. Don't know what happened to the side of it. I think it was one of those, like, parallel hailstorms to the ground kind of thing. That's where all the
side off the ground. Right? My mom's car at the time was like a Chevy Lumina, so it was a little longer. And so it was a little unfair if that was the longer goal. It was harder to block the ball out of.
Wow.
Huh.
This was
so
moving on.
And so it's so difficult to get the cars up on that 3rd floor. So we're actually using nets.
Oh well.
As intended, we're playing hockey with nets.
I'm out.
Sorry.
Okay, no, that just like
No, don't
I'm blown,
apologize.
No, I'm blown away because like we just discovered foot golf, which I didn't know was a thing, and you had 2
heard of this?
courses.
I've heard of it, and I'm almost scared to know.
It literally is a so it was an international sport, and as of 2011 became an actual nationally recognized sport. Played actually on a golf course, just like what it is with a size 5 regular ball. Have you played it all?
I haven't.
No, we were actually talking about this today.
Oh really? Yeah. And so we went up to Tipton.
Is this endorsed by Quagmire from Family Guy? Because he's got a foot fetish.
So we go to Tipton a couple weeks ago to try this out. It's
With your wife, who was a former collegiate goalie.
yeah, exactly. So that was fun because obviously goal kicks.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
She was
great
out driving
distance.
us like crazy.
Oh, it just wasn't even fair. But she can't putt worth shit. So it's basically like John Daly of the foot soccer world.
Nice.
It's great. So no, it was interesting because you're playing there, and being a big golfer myself, I'm going, this just feels fucking wrong. I'm like, I'm out here, I'm waiting, looking for my driver, my pitching wedge, and I'm looking and I'm like, no, I'm just kicking a ball around it, but it's fun. It's definitely good. So you haven't been able to play yet.
No, not yet.
So you're going to go in June though, right? You going to the event?
Yeah, there's
Big
something.
Indy 11?
Yeah, the Brickyard Battalion.
Brickyard Battalion.
It's like an invitational or something.
Yeah,
like
I think
that.
we're going to be there.
I wasn't invited.
June 21st.
Wow.
You're not getting married that day. You have no excuse.
June 21st.
Yeah. That's my bachelor party. Isn't that your bachelor party?
Bachelor party.
Dude, where are we going?
Yeah.
Are we going to Vegas?
No.
This guy did.
Dude, we'll go to Vegas. You want to go June 21st? We're going to Vegas.
Vegas?
Rob's there.
Yeah,
Rob will go to
be there.
Vegas.
Yeah, if I don't have a beer event, I'll be there.
Do not invite Rob to Vegas.
We
Rob
are-
to Vegas looks like we're never coming home.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
is the hangover times like
We're coming home in your body bags. You can chop us up and feed us to the fucking pigs.
July 12th may not happen if I go to Vegas. Saying that right now.
So anyway, we're gonna go foot golfing.
Yeah.
We'll go to Vegas.
Well,
We got a
and
football tournament in Vegas.
and we should have. If the foot golf thing is here, we'll have beer there. If it's in Vegas, probably not.
The foot
But
golf thing is
Just gonna
actually
say.
in Franklin at Legends Golf Course. So it's a very nice, fancy golf course.
Yeah, they do a really good job. And for those that want to try, we're supposed to have the
I think our next episode we're gonna have the guy from I can't remember his name.
Well, we don't know yet. It's exactly. We're
do know his name.
Oh, you do know his name. Foot golf dude. Right, is going to be on here. It's going to be amazing. So hockey. So I found out these two things. So now you brought this to me tonight about being able to play on a roof.
I know. I didn't even know.
So what are like the rules? Like, I mean, I remember when I played floor hockey in gym class.
Yeah.
You weren't like allowed to like lift the stick off the ground every time like the gym teacher blow the whistle. Like sit over there and like. You know.
Well, this is actually all regular hockey stick, lift the stick kind of stuff.
Padded up.
Playing goalie, yeah. If I, obviously I'm padded up for the most part, except for just above the knee to.
Hopefully a cup as well.
Yes, that's mandatory. Quite frankly, if I were actually not playing goalie, I probably still would be wearing some protective because I know Valerie, our events girl, took one in the first game and didn't go down. I was surprised, but it was slow motion though because it was great because it's 3-on-3. And,
okay, so it's 3-on-3.
Yeah, so she's out. So she's out in front of me, and this guy takes a shot from the far corner, and it's like time stopped. Everybody stopped. They're like, she needs to get out of the way, and she's never played hockey before, so it's her first game. And in slow motion, that's right in the and everybody just stops. Like every dude just stops because it's all guys and her, and we stop. And as soon as she didn't double over and realized that she was going to stand up, I'm just yelling for her to get the goddamn ball because it's
still live.
Yeah, it's
still live ball.
It's
right.
live.
Right. Guys go, no, you be on the ground. Oh, that's right.
There's no crying in floor hockey.
So
women will never understand that feeling.
No.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's not quite the same as when you give them like a tit punch. It's not the same.
You know what? But
no.
Right.
They try and compare it to the same thing.
I'm
like, no, never, no.
Not even close. They're like, but I give birth, and you're like, fuck you.
Yeah. So anyway, to answer your question, 3-on-3, it's. Well, I digress. So to answer your question, 3-on-3, it's pretty much wide open, not really officiated. It's no check. A lot of the kind of boxing out basket, trying to control the puck. Some stick lifting. Everybody's pretty good about controlling it. It's not a huge court, so it's pretty tight. And it's a lot of end-to-end things. One of our sales guy played one game and only made it through 2 periods and couldn't play the third.
How long? Normal 20-minute periods?
No, 8-minute period, 10 minutes, like running, just continuous running though.
Yeah.
And he took himself out in the third period and went home and threw up. So it was a rude awakening for a baseball player to get out on the hockey rink there. So, but it's cool. I had no idea it was there. If you're driving by there at night, you can only see it if you're going east on Washington Street. But you'll see it lit up there, and you'll be like, "What the hell's going on up there?" And it's just a bunch of derelict hockey players running around.
Drinking beer, playing hockey.
Yeah. So.
All I ever think of when I think of street hockey, I always just go back to Wayne's World. It's always is like.
Yeah. Well, there's that, and there's the Clerks thing, the roof.
Yes.
Yeah,
Clerks
yes. Roof.
Absolutely.
So yeah, but yeah, so it's fun. It's a blast for me. And no, I don't.
I would play that.
Would you?
Oh yeah, I played it in a second. You guys need an extra player? Your flat 12 team.
Think how much of the goal he would take us.
We'll just make our own team.
Oh, right now?
More.
We got the fourth.
Goalie and
It's
not less on the 21st of June.
We're gonna start a new sport called foot hockey.
I'll make a deal.
Foot hockey. It's actually soccer.
Foot hockey?
Yeah,
Dude, you'd be really good. You'd be amazing.
Hell yeah.
Unless we didn't know, you might just be like the surprise hockey star. We just don't even know.
And then all of a sudden we take Chris Way to a floor hockey game, and he comes he's
Jesus.
just injured. We're like, well,
you understand, we're done. We're done.
Pay like half his contract now.
Yeah, to pay half his contract. Well, anyways, okay.
So we're going to be giving away tickets here soon, and I didn't preface it already, but I want one of you guys to come up with a question for our listeners to answer to win 2 tickets to Saturday's game. So you got about 20 minutes to think. We could probably ask a beer question.
No, I think it would be totally right off the script that we need to ask something Flat 12 related. Whether it be the history of Flat 12, or even better, can you remember the exact amount of fucks and shit that Rob used on our first show in one episode?
Well, hold on. In by the way, a record amount of time because I started late.
Yes. What were we drinking that? Because they sure as hell didn't have.
We were drinking half cycle.
Okay.
We're drinking half cycle, and you boys decided that Jameson made some sort of sense at a certain
don't worry,
point.
that's happening.
Hold up. It wasn't you boys.
Jameson.
It was this one.
What? Now hold on here. There were it was 3-on-1 that night. There was 3 of you.
Mock Trace was here.
Mock Trace.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Alex Popper here, Mock Trace. Where the hell are you?
Hey, that's my boy.
Alex Popper?
Yeah.
I know. Dude, so I grew up with that guy. We're brothers. Like, we grew up for the last 31 years together, like, the whole family. So how do you know Alex Popper? Wait a minute.
In the soccer world.
In the soccer
just,
world?
I mean,
just indoor
Since like
play?
I was in college, I mean, just playing soccer like in, off the wall, like 71st Street,
Yeah.
whatnot. I knew someone who knew somebody. Just know each other.
Alex Popper's kind of the male version of Molly Kruger, but just not nearly as cool.
Oh, that's very true.
Because Molly Kruger knows everybody, but Alex Popper's pretty close.
Do you know Molly Kruger?
I do not. Not from around here, boys.
That's right. I forgot.
Not from
He's-
around here.
He's literally a fob from Italy. He's just fresh off the boat.
Yes, I am. Yeah, via the Detroit River.
Wait, I was going to say, I was like, either you came in directly to New York or right. Oh, so you straight from Detroit?
No, yeah. I'm sure my grandparents came over on the boat, but not so much me. I was more down the Birth Canal and then deposited in the Detroit River into a little basket, which floated down to the shore. Then they picked me up and said, "Hey, look,
I
crazy
saw
fucking
this.
Italian guy."
It's around Easter. They show these movies about.
Yes.
Oh no, that's the wrong story. Okay. Yeah. So that was the story of Rob Caputo.
I'm the Messiah. I'm the profanity Messiah. I'm here.
Messiah of beer, of
Yes.
local beer.
Oh. So no, you know what? And real quick, I was actually really excited about and Brickyard Battalion kind of doing a partnership here with Flat 12 because you have a lot of really great local breweries, and we talked about when you were on the show that you guys are all very supportive of each other, and it's the big thing is it's kind of an us versus them, which is it's a local thing versus look, get out there and actually try something different, try some good local beer. But I have to say, as you were talking about, we talked about the squid ink thing, you're talking about you guys seem to really press the envelope now. I kind of noticed that. And I really like that.
You guys in Black Acre, and I know that we talked about it last time, is Black Acre. You guys, I don't know if you still do, but you guys you've worked really closely with Black Acre when they first started to kind of help them off the ground and all that kind of stuff. And
So it may have deteriorated, and we may have brought up a shower subject, but either way.
I was actually at Black Acre today for a meeting.
there you go.
Okay.
See? So
And I've been hanging out with the Black Acre crew a few times on the weekends. And those boys can drink. They can drink.
They can drink and they can make it.
and girl.
Fucking amazing stout. I gotta say, the stouts they come up with, I just go,
Yeah.
But again, I was really excited because you guys continue to press the envelope. So, what has kind of made you decide now at this point that this is, we don't just want to kind of do the same thing where won't call anybody out, but it's kind of like, oh, we'll take our kind of flagship beers and kind of, well, we'll just do a deviance of these. You guys really kind of go all different directions. So why that?
Part of it's just challenging ourselves, trying to have some fun. I mean, obviously we do a host of festivals during the summertime, and I can bring the house beers, I can bring our seasonal, I can bring whatever, but if you're paying $40-50 for a festival ticket and you can go get my beer wherever, what's the value in that? So, and the other side of that then is, I challenge my guys. It's like, hey, let's do a theme. So let's do a theme for one of these festivals. No, it is. It's one of mine, I think.
Yeah, it's the hinge down.
Yeah. So part of this is challenging ourselves. We generally theme it up. We generally theme it up for these festivals, and part of that's like, how do we, what are we going to do? Like the Bloomington Festival here, 3-4 weeks ago, we did carnival-themed beers. So, it was 4 of the beers were carnival food, or 6 of the beers were carnival food-based, and then 4 of them were ride-based.
Like what?
A corn dog beer?
No, we did like caramel corn, cotton candy triple, just a bunch of cream.
Candy triple.
Yeah. And that's where we did the squid ink beer. We called it Octagosa because one of the rides is an octopus. We did a hurricane beer, so we actually made a hurricane beer like the New Orleans drink because there's a hurricane. So we did that. We actually right now, and this is the last week. It's American Craft Beer Week this week.
Right.
We actually have a suggestion box in the brewery, and we're taking customer suggestions for beers for Summer Microbrew Fest in July. And we're going to take those customer suggestions and develop a theme off of customer suggestions. So,
What would you like in a beer?
yeah, exactly.
Being the super beer.
Yeah,
guy
just
that you
being the
are.
beer snob that you are, Chris. What would you love in a beer?
You make a beer that tastes like
Water?
Gushers.
Like what?
Ooh, like
Gushers.
Oh, here comes back to the fruit snacks.
Wow. Okay.
Gushers.
Yeah.
Gushers.
Gushers.
Dude, you took packets of fucking honey, like glazed ham glaze, and
Yeah.
put it in beer. Gushers is not going to be the craziest thing you've ever done. Let's be honest.
No, that's
so.
well, like I say, we did we actually did for Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, we did leftover beers. We did a mashed potato beer, a stuffing beer, cranberry sauce beer, and the hell was the other one? Sweet potato casserole beer. You ever try to cook marshmallow fluff in a beer? Takes a while for that shit to break down, I'm going to tell you.
What about you? What do you want to try in a beer?
I just want to work at Flat 12 now. I just want to be a part of that process where I go, this is going to turn out really bad, but I don't care. I'll try it.
Well, crazy, strangely enough, the process is kind of what, like, whenever we come up with this flavor idea, then it's, well, like, how the hell do we get that into a beer? So half of this is the idea and getting those flavors, but then trying to figure out how to make that work. So a lot of this is process related as much as it is, hey, we got this great idea for this really silly beer. So, so Crown Point this weekend, we'll have a bunch of weird stuff up there. Cucumber Kolsch, our summer seasonal's coming out here at the beginning of.
That stuff.
Yeah, that's coming out here at the beginning of June.
Cucumber Kush.
Kolsch. Wow.
I sat there.
Kolsch.
I just wanted
You
to
obviously
I was just like,
you obviously didn't
Indy
play in
11.
Cologne. You didn't play in Cologne, Germany. That's what you're
Indy
telling
11
me.
does not condone
Yeah,
or
it does not
support the
condone
use
any
of
kind of-
marijuana. This way does not represent the actual organization.
Someone's getting a surprise drug test
Yeah,
tomorrow.
exactly. Nice. So anyway, the Cuke's coming out. We're actually working. The Cuke. So that's we're gonna have that coming out here beginning of June, and we're playing around with some Bloody Mary mix and that with Who's Your Mama. So we'll see what that looks like.
I'll tell you the beer.
All right.
All right, he's sorry.
I
Here
would
we go.
love, so I'll be honest, I make honestly the best beer brats there are, period.
Okay.
It's true. Pretty damn
It's
good.
true.
I would like a beer that tastes like what it is after. Like when you make the brat's already in there and it
Okay.
already is infused with like your kind of onion, your butter, in your brat. That broth is absolutely amazing. If you can get a beer that kind of has a hint of that, I don't even know how you would do that because getting the pork in
Well,
there
I have
is
not
really
tried
hard.
your broth, fortunately.
Well, no, it's
pretty
that's
good.
True.
Yeah, I'm sure it
That's
is.
true.
I'm sure it is. Hey,
Delicious.
hey,
secret recipe.
can't wait to get to Vegas.
I've
Oh,
been to
yeah?
Vegas with them before.
Oh yeah, Brat.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, Brat. So your nickname's gonna be Brat Juice. We're gonna be out there. We're gonna be out in Vegas. Hey, Brat Juice, what you got down there?
Oh my
You know what I'm talking
It
about.
took us a little over an hour to derail into brat juice.
Brat juice, snack assassin, and
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah, there's two more of us to be
And
nicknamed
Ford
tonight.
Fiesta. I mean, sorry, for Tempo.
So,
Ford Escort.
so next time you cook the brats up, save some of that, get it to me, and we'll see what we can do.
Well, I
go.
guess it's kind of dependent. But here's the weird part, though. I guess that would kind of screw up the whole thing. Is it's all dependent on what kind of beer you use for your beer bathtub,
Well, I know, but
right?
True, but what's your beer of choice in your broth, which is also a great nickname for you, brat. Brat broth.
To be honest, besides, I generally like to use a good brown. And last summer, I really was kind of heavy on using a 4-barrel brown.
Okay.
Honestly, from Triton.
Okay.
'Cause it fit really, really well.
I'll let them know.
So we like, hey, we're going to use. No, I did, and they were like, "Oh, that's awesome." I'm like, "Hey guys, I'm going to use your beer. And I'm going to make a broth, and I'm going to give it to Rob.
Yeah, do that.
Create another beer."
Do that. I'm sure we just released the Triton collaboration that we did with them. So maybe we can collaborate on your beer.
Okay.
Your beer.
Okay.
I might be able to make that happen.
Ooh, you just made. Look at this
Wow.
guy. He's
Wow.
like, I go to the bathroom.
Wow. Do
So,
you need a
brat
smoke?
juice.
Do you
Brat
need,
juice.
yeah, I'm sure.
I got brat juice.
I got brat juice.
I've got one too. All right. So,
Nobody cares. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
all right. So
Wow.
moving on.
No.
So obviously you can do milk stouts.
Yes. We use a lot of lactose.
One of my favorite things is cereal milk.
Okay.
The milk you get after you get done eating cereal.
You know, like
right
some
in the
Cinnamon
bottom.
Toast Crunch.
That's when you have like Rice Krispie treats and you just
Yeah.
throw a whole bunch of sugar in it. Sugar
So
milk.
what?
Yeah, that's sugar milk. So like a cereal milk stout.
Okay. Yeah, but what's your cereal of
Frosted Flakes.
Frosted Flakes?
A lot of sugar.
Wow.
Or like Frosted Mini Wheats.
I would.
Or Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Wheat beer. Can I get a wheat stout beer with
Cinnamon Toast
Cinnamon
Crunch.
Toast Crunch? With
No,
it?
no, but we actually use like we did the Snickerdoodle beer and the sugar cookie beer
Yeah.
with the, so that's got milk sugar in it. So we use that a lot. If a recipe, like if I look up a recipe and I see it calls for milk, we'll use lactose in it to get that sweetness because that won't ferment out, so it'll keep that residual sweetness that we're looking for. So we use that a lot when we're looking at trying to put together a recipe. So so it doesn't have to be a dark beer.
Someone online already says they need the Gushers beer right now.
I agree.
The Gushers.
Smart person.
Fruit Snacks beer right now.
Gushers.
Flat 12 gush.
Yeah.
No, the flat 12 Crispway gush. Don't confuse it with kush.
He's like, wait a minute.
He's like, I don't like
Kush.
that. I don't like that. That sounds weird.
Yeah.
Vegas. All right. So this is not going well for the Pacers, by the way. This is really bad.
Pacers are down 21.
Yeah.
You're lying.
No, I'm dead serious. They're down 21, bro.
It's okay to look back there. Wow.
Look at. He's like, that's all right.
That's right.
So what kind of obviously we've been talking to trying about getting like Pat McAfee and some of the other guys that are like soccer fans around, like sports guys around Indy that are already established to kind of be more involved. And obviously you had Andrew Luck show up at the game, which was a big deal.
I had no idea. I was standing right next to him, or in the same vicinity. I had no idea. It was the second game, and I was up in the owner's suite and just chilling, and I didn't dress that game, so I was just chilling up there. And then all of a sudden I started seeing all these tweets like, "Oh, Andrew Luck's there," and I didn't see it till like midnight.
Damn it!
Yeah.
So have you guys gotten any kind of feedback or rumblings that like so and so's here, so and so's interested in the team or anything like that?
Not so much. I mean, I guess football season's over, obviously. So Andrew Luck was able to come to the game. I know
Who's
George,
Andrew Luck?
right? Speaking of Pacers, I know George Hill's a big soccer fan. Actually, we went to college together. So all four. Well, he left at 3.5, but we were there. We were there, in college. And
That's better than one and done.
right.
Yeah.
So
Well, he wasn't playing for Calipari, so it's right.
And, at that point, didn't know, George's going to blow up and end up in the NBA and whatnot.
Right.
So, we'd all just be hanging out in my apartment or his apartment, just playing FIFA all day, hanging out. And
You don't
whatnot.
play video games. That's just not a true story. So moving on.
This was in college. In
Oh,
college,
okay, gotcha.
I was a video game head.
Well, the game's changed so much since then. It's all the rules changes
Right.
on.
On the video
It's all the rules changes on the video game. The commissioner actually, cracked down. There was too much scoring. They said, hey,
You're more defensive, right?
yeah, it's.
So, I know he's a big soccer fan and whatnot. So hopefully he'll come out to the game
Yeah.
once their season's over. Hopefully not soon. But
Yeah, maybe
they keep playing like that,
second
then we'll
season.
Dude, they're fine. They're
They're
up
up
3-1,
3-1.
dude.
Well, no. And remember, doesn't matter till the fourth quarter in the Not Basketball Association.
Not
basketball.
Okay, and I will
see
say.
where Rob stands on this.
Well, no. Because the game that I played involved rules like traveling in 3 seconds, but they only get called inside of the last 2 minutes of the game to keep it close. So
Then you get to review everything, so then it takes another 20 minutes
Yeah.
just to, everything gets reviewed. No, dude, that was clearly off. There was one guy
It's a
there.
different game.
Let's
And then,
look.
you also couldn't dunk and
yeah,
Wait, he basically just said you are 60 years old.
Well,
no.
actually 50. So we got that nailed down.
Okay.
But
Accidentally.
no,
So
but
when was the
yeah.
last time people couldn't dunk, Chris?
Huh?
What year was that when people could not dunk?
That
He was
was
playing in '95.
no.
You could dunk
No,
in
this is-
95.
You could.
I was trying to recover.
No, no,
From,
You
yeah.
can't dig up.
No,
You
this
can't
was
dig up.
this is back when
What was it like?
Chamberlain was playing.
When there was
Back
no,
in the
three,
day.
60s.
no,
Yeah.
no 3-point lines.
Yeah, it was
No-
like 50s,
no
early
3-point
60s.
lines.
But it drives me crazy when they'll call a lane violation on a free throw inside of a minute. It's just like all the rules of basketball only get enforced selectively to keep the game close, which is why I call it the Not Basketball Association until the last 2 minutes. So it's
The WWE,
I think the best
NBA.
basketball
It
in the
is.
90s.
It is.
Early 90s. That was when it was awesome.
Some would say the 80s was the
Yes.
most awesome. But you're what? How old are you?
I was born in '86.
hey, the year I graduated from college. Awesome.
Right. So
I was 6.
were you 6?
I was 6
Well,
years
see,
old.
Magic Johnson eliminated traveling in the NBA because he used to take a step before the ball would hit the floor because he was so tall, and that just is kind of escalated to the point where it's.
It's evolution,
Where it
baby.
Yeah, it is. So anyway, the Not Basketball Association is like this hybrid sport between like street ball and basketball, like we used to play, and with an occasional enforcing of the rules to make it exciting. And that's why I say.
But it is exciting.
Everybody's trying to get paid. That's all.
Yeah.
Hey, and I don't.
That's
And I don't. Yeah, exactly. Actually, I've contended since '77 when the Phoenix Suns actually won the title. That it's been fixed, and I will stick to my guns today. You said WWE, NBA.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
I still contend that. This is almost more scripted than
You
that.
gotta let them travel if you want to see nice dunks.
You gotta let them
Exactly.
travel.
Yeah, exactly. Why even use a ball that bounces? They should just use like a medicine ball or something.
Remember when there was that
Patches O'Houlihan.
I know what you're going to talk about. The trampoline
trampoline
vest.
vest,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when that guy's leg snapped in half? When
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
you sure that wasn't the world's strongest man competition? Or both?
No,
Yeah,
it was on.
that's
It was
right.
on.
Carrying
like,
a who's carrying a
late
fucking
night.
it was on like a. I think it was on
Spike,
Spike or
yeah.
something. And it was a. It was.
Yeah.
It was like Sky Zone.
yeah.
And so they had the 4 trampolines right
Yeah.
underneath the. Yeah.
I mean, it jumped dangerously high.
Yes.
Did.
Yeah.
Yeah. they-
Without wearing a mascot suit.
Right.
Because most of the trampoline shit's just mascots at the end of the day.
Right.
But yeah, but the world's strongest man, who the fuck carries a refrigerator and then snaps their leg? Like, at what point are you like, hey, I'm gonna carry this fucking refrigerator up an incline? You know?
I've been waiting for like the dudes who like try to pull like shit with their teeth, like the ones in their entire
Yeah.
grill just
I know.
like chiclets just falling out of somebody's mouth. So
So somebody said online that if the answer to the question tonight isn't hashtag brat juice, then he doesn't want to be right.
do I want it? I don't want to be right. This is great.
Wow.
But no, let's give away some tickets.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
do
we
this.
got to come up with a question.
Yeah. So,
No, you said you have to come up with a question. I don't know
You
beer.
can too. No, you can come up with a question if you'd like.
About beer?
you guys
Or
can
soccer.
collabo this.
Or come up with a soccer question.
A two-parter. We can have a two-parter question. One
No.
soccer, one beer.
Chris is like, what? No.
No, you guys are more in tune with should we make
I
this?
might have a question.
All right.
I know.
All right, awesome.
I should
All
probably
right, so
ask the question. I should know the answer.
everybody
So
who's watching
we
right
shifted
now,
gears on everybody right now.
yeah,
All right.
because we got to give away tickets before we wrap this up and just start heavily drinking.
Wow.
Kidding.
Everybody
Do you
look.
feel that
Everybody
we've
look.
covered what we need to cover.
No, not at
'Cause I
all.
feel like
Not at all. We're not going to wrap it up.
we're going to
anytime
get a
soon.
strongly worded email from the Brickyard Battalion. Strongly worded email. And I'm going to go, all right.
delete.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Auto delete. I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
Chris.
Yes.
Shout out.
So we're giving away tickets now.
Yep.
Use the hashtag BYBcast online through Twitter. First one to answer this wins 2 tickets to Saturday's game against Ottawa. Go.
Better be good.
All right. Let's see. I haven't had all the guys on the team cook for me yet, But who is the best cook on the Indy 11 team?
This is your opinion.
Yeah, that's
mean-
kind of weird.
That's not my opinion. I mean, I've tasted the food, and he might be the only one that might have cooked for me.
Wait.
So let's preface.
This is kind of objectional, but
Yes, it is a little objectional.
But I mean, there's an answer. I
Now,
have
hold
the
on,
answer.
hold on.
that's true.
I
Who
have
is
the answer.
Who is
So-
the only one on the Indy 11 to cook for you? Is essentially what this comes down to.
it's true.
There's only one.
Okay, I
There's
guess
one
you
person.
could-
Is he-
I was trying to give like a shout out to him, be like they're the best cook.
No, that's good. That's good. No,
Yeah,
we got it. Hey, you guys can delete what I just said, right? Just strike that. Like it's
Not
just
on YouTube.
it's gone.
It's live on YouTube. It's
live.
already been said.
God damn. I know exactly. It's right there.
Shit.
Son of a, look
All right.
at that fancy
Who is the
camera you're
only
making.
Yeah,
guy
exactly.
on Indy 11 that has cooked for me and is an exceptionally good cook?
All
All
right.
right, I like that.
So for 2 tickets to Saturday's
Is he
game.
better than your soon-to-be wife?
Woo.
Don't do it. You're already in trouble.
Don't do
You're
it.
already done, bro. Don't answer.
No.
Wow.
So using hashtag BYBcast.
It would have been better for you to just nod off and
She's-
fall asleep.
Hold on, what time is it?
Almost 9 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Bedtime.
I was gonna say she probably wasn't watching this because she was holding cheerleading tryouts, middle
Yeah.
school cheerleading tryouts.
All right.
But she's probably still not watching this. So
You know,
Probably
and you know
not.
it's going to be
Nobody
recorded,
does.
and you can just download it later on
no, I mean,
iTunes.
she can cook. She just doesn't do it all the time. I'm the cook in the relationship, so
Oh,
right.
so if you're saying whoever cooked for you is that good.
Yeah,
You know what's funny is how I want to know how many people are running out to the Indy 11 site going, I'm just going to randomly guess at people. Let's just throw out some people.
So you need to tell him off the mic so we can actually. If I'm fielding answers right now, I got to figure out what's
Yeah, exactly.
who this
It
is.
probably would help to have that answer.
Yeah, right.
That's crazy. Hey, congratulations! Congratulations! We just gave away 100.
Right down the back of this.
We just gave away 100 Indy 11 tickets.
Yeah,
Should I write it like this?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. All right, here we go.
And so while we're kind of working this, we have something new as well. So
You guys are going to be the first ones to do this, too.
yes, you're going to be the first ones. So
Okay.
we have a
Wow,
new
that makes
ball.
sense.
We have a new ball, and we're going to have every guest sign this as they leave. So we want to kind of fill this up with everything. We already have an answer.
2 answers already.
One said,
yes,
well,
one-
they could sit there and just
One
simmer a
said,
bit.
one said Christian, German dad style, and that's a no. Another one said Baba. I don't think Baba knows how to cook at all, does he?
Baba can throw down. He's cooked. I mean, I haven't had any,
No,
but
no,
I've heard he's
Baba's
cooked.
mom does everything for him. Let's not
Yeah,
lie.
Baba's mom was a really nice
Yes,
lady.
she is. That's what I know.
Really nice lady.
I had to
but,
take care of her phone one day, and I'm like, Baba's mom does it. I know it.
yeah, I don't think our captain's going to cook for anybody. I think we'd be probably cooking for him.
Yeah.
Anything. I mean, just throwing that out there. But
Someone just says Cleberson, too, throwing out some
Nobody
Brazilian
wants to eat a
Cleberson
bunch
food.
of German sausages every single day.
Except
No,
you. Brat juice.
Brat
Brat juice. Rocking the brat juice.
Das Blutpass-Juice. Anyway, sorry. So, do we have any others?
Yeah, we got some more. People are just starting to throw out names now.
Let's do it.
It does make sense, though. Once you say it, you're going to be like, because
Okay.
he's also a friend of the show.
Read them out. Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
Everybody got a hint.
Oh,
That makes sense, right?
absolutely.
It makes
I'll
perfect
tell
sense.
you about it afterwards.
All right, cool.
I bet you, I'm gonna guess as to what he can make really, really well. Go ahead.
No, I don't.
So no, you got guesses.
Yeah, Ambersley. Nope.
Okay. No.
He's got a wife and a newborn. He don't have time to cook.
So anyway, so everybody's gonna sign this, and we're kind of deciding. We thought about maybe keeping it as a memento, but
Be selfish with it.
yeah, be super selfish, or actually at the end of the season, both seasons. So spring and fall, doing it as a giveaway. But we're not just talking about just player-wise. We want everybody on here because this is obviously the inaugural season. This is the inaugural season for us as the the voice of the Brickyard Battalion. Obviously, we had this train wreck of a show beforehand when we did local beer month, and Rob came on and it was
Yes.
awesome.
I was one of the engineers of the train.
You were the
wreck.
caboose.
I
You were the
was.
caboose.
Yeah, I
You
was.
pulled up the
Yeah.
up the rear.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that was great.
I love that scene in Pulp Fiction.
Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead.
All right.
Anyways, so nothing yet.
Nothing. Still
Nobody.
nothing. Who was the according?
Come on, people.
Yeah. According to Chris Way,
And his distinctive taste buds.
yes. Who is the
There.
best cook on the team? And he is also. Should I give a hint right now?
Ooh.
Can you get
No,
let
I-
Chris give the hint?
Chris, go for
Yeah,
it.
let Chris give the hint.
Can I give a hint?
Yeah.
I know the hints I was gonna make.
Had to do with playing. But go ahead.
No, mine had to do with what he was doing at the ball.
But they
What
were
about-
the ball, they wouldn't know.
I mean, is there a
I
particular
know.
specialty that might tip people off
I
as
mean,
far
I
as
think if I
cooking?
told what it was, then it might give it
No,
away.
because then that's going to like totally ruin what I would think he's really good at.
I'll say it. Probably the best dancer on the team.
Probably the best
I'm
dancer
here.
on the team.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna say I'm the best cook and then the best dancer. I mean, I'm right here, so best dancer is right here.
For real?
You think you're better than him?
Huh?
I saw him break it down at the ball.
I know.
And he was breaking
I
it
know.
down.
I know I'm better. No, he's my
I'm
boy.
gonna
He's my
need
boy. He's
step
got
up-
some nice moves. You know?
Step up Indy 11. Okay. No. So the hint would be
Hint would be
somebody who might or might not have come in a couple games, second half, gave a ton of energy, came in and really helped the team with a ton of energy towards the end of the game.
we should get this answer in about 30 seconds.
We should. If you guys were at the game,
Nope, they
your
still
supporters,
haven't get it. Nobody's got it yet.
and this is really disappointing because
Life is full of disappointment. This will not be the first and only time that you're disappointed.
He is a huge personality on the team.
Yeah. Hilarious.
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 Understatement.
yeah.
I don't want to go position, but is he?
That would kind of.
Yeah.
You just say midfield, attacking position. Not defense.
Running down the wing to the corner to try to look for crosses.
Oh, we got a winner.
Uh-oh.
First off, wait a minute. Who is this? Who did it?
Scott is at Scarnold8. Scarnold8.
Okay.
Got it. And the correct answer is
Don Smart.
Don Smart. Don Smart's interview was funny just as you because Don was talking about when I was like, if there was one person that you could bring back whatever, a historical figure, whatever. He was talking about, well, it's a famous Jamaican dancer, whatever. So for me, I would say that dude's got to be like killer on something like Caribbean jerk.
I mean, he said he could make some good Caribbean, like jerk chicken.
Yeah. What is he really good at?
Today, right? We have practice. We went to go work out. Like I said, I didn't want to drive back to the west side, so I hung out with the guys. And I'm like, hey, let's go pick up some food. He's like, man, let's just swing by Kroger, grab some chicken breasts and some corn and some potatoes. I'll whip you up something. You gonna cook for me? Like, about to date you or like what?
Yeah,
he was like,
I ain't giving it up, Don.
He's like, no, man, I got you. You're my boy. All right. And I know he's cooked for some other guys on the team because they all live in the same apartment complex. So went there, and this dude just went in the apartment, just started cutting up chicken, green peppers, and he made some chicken curry.
Chicken curry?
Yeah, some chicken curry with some bomb mashed potatoes. I mean, like bomb. I mean, we had this thin of potatoes, boiled them, and then just dumped half a gallon of butter in it, mayonnaise, and whipped it up. And best mashed potatoes I've ever had in my life.
When your heart explodes, you'll be happy.
Don Smart chicken curry beer.
Oh, there you go.
Chicken curry beer.
And then listen to it. So he got corn on the cob.
Yeah.
And he's like,
get that corn out of my face.
I don't boil this corn. Watch what I do. So he basically takes a napkin,
wraps it around and puts it in the microwave. That's hot.
Puts it in water, wraps it around the corner, just microwaves it for 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, dude, that's not top culinary skill. That's like what everybody from like.
I didn't know.
Dude, when I grew up at 42nd and Post, that's the shit we did.
He saw it?
Yeah, exactly. When I grew up at 42nd and Post, that's what we did. That was called Arlington style. Arlington style.
Nice.
Street cred.
Yeah.
That wasn't the Detroit style either?
We didn't have corn in Detroit. What are you talking about?
No, man. So, being from Detroit, what chili dog fan are you? You Lafayette or
American? No, you know what? Neither one really.
You're not a big chili dog fan?
Yeah, I am a big chili dog fan, but I'm not into that whole kind of
stupid rivalry where it's like the same damn family and they're really just making a lot of money together.
I mean, it's just a bunch of pig parts pureed into a casing, and which is awesome. Exactly. But no, you know what? I really don't have a Coney dog affiliation. I do love Coney dogs, and you can get great Coney dogs in a lot of places. But if that's the big claim to fame for Detroit, besides murder and everything else that's going on there, yeah.
And RoboCop.
Don't get me wrong. I love Detroit. I mean, I really do love that city. But yeah, I don't get into the whole rivalry thing.
Listen, once Detroit got bankrupt, I was ready for RoboCop to be coming down the streets any day.
Let's do this in unison. Ready?
Broad juice.
Anyways,
Wow.
all right.
Oh, you forgot the hand
Every
motion.
time, you know what?
With the hand motion, what you're doing.
Every time I'm here, somebody gets some kind of crazy nickname or some kind of weirdness happens. Because last time, what was it? Yeah, Mock Trace.
Yeah, it was Mock Trace.
It was Mock Trace.
So that was ball.
Yes.
So let's do this. So should we give this away at the end?
We'll figure it out eventually. If it turns out to be like one of the coolest things ever, me and you just got to.
Then you need to be selfish. Yeah, you need to be selfish.
I'm going to put it in a glass case, and I'm going to put this way and Brock Juice forever.
I like it, and the heart around it.
Yeah.
Yay! And then Don Smart. I'll have him sign him when we get him on here on the outside and be like, hell no, I cook for him. It's going to be awesome. It'll be like a traveling story, which is good. So, dude, I mean, I don't know. How are we doing?
Let's see where we're at.
Because,
we're almost at 1:30.
Yeah, this is perfect. Yeah. Unless you have any particular things that aren't on the docket that you really want to talk about, you have now open mic. What do you want to say to the fans?
Are we going to give that to Rob, too?
Yeah, I'm going to give it to him.
I like the way you guys are questioning that.
Yeah. What do you want to say to the fans?
Keep being great fans. You guys are awesome. We love the support. Nothing's better than having fans that stick by you even through the tough times. And it's still early in the season, so I wouldn't call it really tough times. But if we have an unfortunate streak going, then, to continue to be great fans, support, and come out to the games, and, just the atmosphere itself sells itself.
So can you do a good job of defending the back post?
I would hope so.
All right. Well, then that means that Chris Way needs to at least get some playing time because that is a definite need that needs to be worked on.
These opinions are not necessarily supported by all of permanent relegation, and these are just the supports of
Hold on.
But back post is a damn issue. Okay, so
I was gonna say
so my wife being a goalkeeper was so funny is she she's a supporter of things, of soccer, and that's fine, and she never really gets super amped up. I've heard her play, and she gets amped up. I've never heard her get so fucking ramped up at a game. She was just kind of chilling there in the BYB section, just whatever. And then after about the third time towards the end of the game, I hear her stand up and go, post as a keeper, and she just loses it. She goes,
which goal upset her the most?
This was second game. So it wasn't even on goal. It was just, she goes, there's nobody on back post right now. And as a keeper, she goes, literally, you need to have a defender right there. Why? Why is this happening? Because you would see Christian turn, and you would look at, there's nobody there. And it was just one of those, you just had a guy just kind of chilling in the box going, hey, what's up over here? Just kick it to me. I can net this in. So it was one of those really, really funny to just kind of see her just ramp up for no reason as a keeper to keeper. Plus, she kind of took a look at Christian and was like, hey, what's up? She's all about big German goalkeepers. So I'm like, so how the hell did this work?
Yeah, right.
Irish dude,
It was the same hair. It's the same hair. He stole your haircut, and then it was done.
Christian tried to screw up my hair at the gala. Yeah. We almost got in a fight, and I realized he was a 6'5" German guy, and that probably doesn't go out well.
6-foot German guy who's a professional athlete.
So what are you trying to say? His conditioning's better than a guy who drinks beer a lot?
Maybe a little bit.
But I got Rob on my back.
Yeah.
I got this.
Yeah, which is probably disturbing for everybody. That's a mental picture nobody wants to see.
Nobody wants to see this.
Nobody wants to see that.
Nobody likes Oz.
I will tweet out a picture of you giving Rob a piggyback ride.
No, that's okay. I don't think
We'll see.
anybody
We'll
wants
see
to
how
do that.
fit. We'll see how fit you really are. How fit are you?
No, I think there should be a nice chant from the Slaughterhouse and Brickyard Battalion folks, second half of the game on Saturday, to kind of encourage Jurgen to get Chris into the game, as long as you're dressing on Saturday.
But another disclaimer, we are not coaches.
No, we're not coaches.
No, we don't claim to understand
We're
how to
fans,
even
though.
coach.
We're
Right,
fans.
we're fans. We can say what we want to say. We're right. This is the Brickyard Battalion. We support everything the team does, and we don't claim to be coaches or anything.
No, he's got a tough job. You know,
He
you come
does.
to practice every
Absolutely.
day and you see a lot of talented players, and you can only, obviously put
11 at
11
a
on
time.
the field, and then, right, and then you only have 3 subs. And it's like there's so many different ways you can go. So it's a sometimes unfortunate position for the guys that aren't getting playing time, but it's a good position for a coach to be in. To know that no matter where you go, you have got a lot of quality everywhere. So it works out.
The final thing for you. So what do you expect from the fans?
What do I expect from the fans?
What do you expect
Well,
from
actually-
fans of Flat 12?
Actually, that's a good question though. In looking at the relationship that we're trying to foster and develop with Brickyard Battalion Indy 11, I want to encourage everybody actually to get out to the tailgates. We try to have a presence there. We try to have the beer there. But this is a relationship that's going to continue to grow. Obviously, we're developing a beer that at some point will be finalized and will be part of that, three-way relationship there. And I say three-way in a totally professional level, and not what you two guys are thinking right now. And you've got the
right.
yeah, and you've got the computer. You've got the computer
Three guys,
screen up,
three
so I don't
guys.
even know what you're looking at on there. But yeah, I would say just continue to support us with by drinking the beer out there. Like I say, we do a lot of things on the side just for people who don't understand that we do spend a lot of time behind the scenes trying to help us any way we can to make this thing continue to grow. So I'm gonna tell you, I like say one of these games I'll get out there, and if I'm gonna be out there, I'll tweet that shit out. And
Yeah, let us know because you're going to party with us.
Right? 31st.
I'm gonna party with you guys?
Next home
Is
game,
that?
right? 31st? Yes. Yeah, where, are you here in the 31st?
Yeah, I think so. I'm going to be up in Cleveland, and I'll be back. I
Hey,
think
so
the 31st.
I'm just going to put this out here. BYB, let's give Rob Caputo some tickets out there in the BYB section. The 31st. If he's here, granted, there's probably another 17 beer fests you got to go to.
Yeah.
No, I think we're clear that day.
Okay.
I can check
Also,
my calendar. But,
get 'em.
I do need to get out there, and I've really, like I say, it's just been terrible timing for me, the early part of the season. But I do want to get out there for sure.
You'll fit into the Brickyard
This guy
Battalion.
totally
Are you
doesn't
sure?
fit the BYB section.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the guy that gets thrown out for profanity.
I don't
and
think so,
shit,
man.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So for those who don't know, how do they find you? Where do they go? Twitter and then your
I
actual
don't
location.
even know what is my Twitter handle.
It's actually flat12_Leota.
Yeah. Yes.
Is your Twitter handle.
Look for that sweet ass Ray Liotta picture.
That's right.
Dude, it totally is.
Did you go to my profile where it's in the cornfield? It's fucking awesome. I've got Ray Liotta's picture in front of a cornfield.
That's
Yes.
Oh, there it is.
Yes. Isn't that fucking disturbing?
It really is. I feel like we'll throw that photo up on Twitter. We'll grab it and we'll throw it out there because it is really, really good. I mean, that's
exactly what it is. It's
And
really
it's-
and
Ray
it's
Liotta.
young.
It is.
Ray
It is.
Liotta.
It is much younger than me,
Goodfellas,
Ray Liotta.
But no, how do they come down to Flat 12, the brewery? What kind of things do you guys have coming up that they can kind of experience in the next coming
And in the
month?
next 6 years, what do you think you're going to put out? And
Yeah,
after that,
exactly.
do you think that you're going
Oh,
to...
Chris's mic just somehow went off.
No. Did you say, am I going to put out, or what are we going to put
What
out?
are you going to put out?
Oh.
Flat 12
Yeah,
this season,
there you
you're
go.
putting out all over the place. I hear that all over
Actually,
the
I
state.
mean, we're continuously releasing some new things. Definitely look for the release of this first iteration of this beer. That'll be coming up here next couple of weeks once this thing gets done fermenting. And like I say, we're going to probably be doing some World Cup related things. And I know just in conversations, we're going to try to get more Brickyard Battalion and Indy 11 things, kind of put together here. Now that I know initially we talked about a lot of things, but with the stadium being a slow get together and everything just kind of coming together quickly, some of the things that we all sat down and discussed just never came to fruition just because they ran out of time. So with this World Cup break, I think you'll see more things happening, especially going into the second half of the season. And like I say, we're going to have this beer out. We're going to need some people's opinion. Let us know what we need to tweak on it, and we'll go from there.
Address to the brewery.
Actual physical address,
Yeah, to get there.
414 Dorman, near East Side between Michigan and New York. It's pretty easy to find.
Any specials, like any like growler fill something?
You know what? We're talking about maybe doing that on Thursdays. We'll see. We're kind of working through that right now.
Thirsty Thursdays.
It's actually every Thursday we do a Beer 30 release. So we release a different beer. We've released a different beer every Thursday since the beginning of the year. And sometimes that's
a lot of damn work.
I know
You
some
guys are amazing.
Yeah. So tomorrow it's like a pin. It's a small batch. Some of these are big batch. Some of these are just stupid things that we do and take to a festival. Most of our festival beers never get actually sampled at the brewery. They're only for festivals. So occasionally we have something left over. So look for the Squid Ink beer because I've still got some of that left. We'll probably get that out here at some point. So, but that's every
Chris
Thursday.
Way wants that to be his first real beer.
Squid Ink beer.
Squid Ink beer.
Yes.
All right.
Dude, I really
It's been a
appreciate
great
both
show.
of you guys.
Hey, no problem.
Thank you both for coming on. We're going to get you guys to sign
Pleasure.
this once we're done. You can always find us on iTunes. The biggest thing with iTunes is make sure that you're rating and reviewing us. It'll help us get featured and all that kind of good stuff, so that you can really kind of see our voice.
So you can see it on
and your voice.
camera that this is officially.
Yes. Yeah.
You get the first anywhere you want, man. You get you're breaking this in. You're breaking the proverbial messy cherry right
And then
here.
we might be giving this away at the end of the year of the season, or we might just keep it.
Or not.
Ooh, look at that!
Or not.
Bam, those first.
Damn.
Do you have a floor hockey number that you can put your number next to?
Actually, I don't.
Okay.
but maybe he'll just probably put a 12.
Oh, yeah. There you
Huh.
go. So anyway,
Interesting. That
Totally
would.
unique.
Wow, you guys, you're forward thinking. I love it.
God,
I love it.
so,
And you guys are doing this show. Why? Why aren't you running this country?
Well, I don't know because I think too much.
yes.
I question too much. Right.
But yes, at PR Podcast Show is our Twitter handle.
Get out on Facebook. Look at us at Permanent Relegation. Get out on Twitter. Go the _BYB. Get out there as a support Indy 11 at Indy 11.
Very nice.
And he did it with no profanities. So
Yes.
that's fantastic.
Well, the F in F12 stands for something, and it's not flat. It's not that girl you dated in 5th grade.
And then obviously we're always out there after this show live.
You should have
We'll
kept
always
this.
be on YouTube. I'm just gonna keep this moving on because
Push right through.
right, gotta just push it through. So we're going to we're obviously after we're on YouTube, man, you got me. Well done.
Yes, and it's hard to get him. It's really hard
so
to get him.
SoundCloud.
My
we'll
last-
also
my
be
last
on SoundCloud.
visit.
We'll be on Stitcher. We'll be on iTunes. Obviously, look us up. Permanent Relegation. And as I said, go out to the Brickyard Battalion site. These are the official supporters of Indy 11. These guys put a lot of work into making sure this team came here, and we want to make sure that we take the time to say just thank you for everything these guys have done. They've helped us, and they obviously help with the support of the team. And obviously, those crazy-ass sons of bitches that are sitting there, the 2,000 that are sitting over there in the BYB section, just screaming their lungs out for 90 minutes. Not that anybody else isn't. But go out there, support those guys, because this is why we have big reason why we have this team right now. These
Also,
guys.
yeah, if you're local and you're listening to the show, the MP3 version, come out to Chatham Tap and Fishers. come out and hang out with us.
Right.
Like
Come say hi to the guests.
Yeah,
Come,
like Chris said, we're here before and after the show, just kind of hanging out. So we always like to meet you guys too. And if you see us at the tailgate, come by, say hi, let us know what you think of the show, good or bad, doesn't matter. So, but yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for everybody watching on YouTube, and we'll talk to you later.
Hala Madrid.
Peace out.
Glory, Man United.